Day 9. About midday, we're just pulling out of Colomulla. Now we're heading for Thargomindah. But along the way, we'll pull up and have a look at Eulo. There's a big old Wombat used to be there, and air raid shelters, and Opal Centre. It's known for it. So Eulo is famous for its boulder opal.
65 to Eulo.
Yeah. Oh! Far out.
Oh, what? There's a grid.
Red, was it? Eulo. Eulo is still a popular stopping spot for visitors. There are more than 20 businesses ranging from stock work.
Look at this.
Size 1.
It's only half grown ones, too. Pretty red, aren't they?
Aren't they pretty red, yeah. So that's ranging from stock work contractors to arts and crafts in this little town. Not bad for a population of about 40 people.
How many businesses there?
20.
So every family's got one.
But with the recent closure of the general store, the Eulo Queen Opal Centre has stepped up and is now the coffee shop in town. At the side of the old general store, you can check out the famous Eulo flood truck. The flood truck is an old Dodge, now decommissioned, that was raised in order to be able to drive through flood waters, carrying people and goods through to the other side. Under the careful guidance of Brian
I don't know any
Lurcherfoot.
mention bloody, what do you call it, mulch.
The truck could take on the 1.2 metres of the Paru floodwaters safely. Using the swirls made by water rushing by the tops of the guideposts and the bumps of stone pitching on the road edges below, Brian made countless journeys from one side of Paru to the other. Whether it was for food, patients for the Royal Flying Doctor Service, clinic, mail, whole shearing teams, or just those desperate to get to the pub.
Another red one.
Another red. See, not so red, that one. The truck performed an invaluable service to the people of the southwest. Feel free also to have a wander around the air raid shelter to the southern side of the store.
I'll join them there, look like in a bloody old field blocks.
It was built in World War II by the store proprietor, Hilton Newsham, to protect Eulo residents in the event of an attack by the Japanese. It was a government project, and Eulo was chosen as a site for the safety shelter as it was on the direct flight path from Darwin to Melbourne, and was a communication link used to wire information between the two locations. The design of the shelter is known as an Anderson air raid shelter, consisting of heavy gauge corrugated steel curved over a trench. It was originally covered in sandbags and had grass growing around it to appear as a dog kennel. Inside, 50 people could take refuge standing up. The Telegraph House Gallery, open 7 days in the busy season, is home to the Eulo Queen Opal Centre. The gallery features a collection of local art, The Eulo Queen Opal Centre was back in the day when hotel owner Isabel Robinson was known as Eulo Queen. Opals were once the lifeblood of the town. More than a century later, they are again an integral part in the town. The Eulo Queen Opal Centre has jewellery, finished stones and uncut opals at affordable price for beginners. Browse along among the gift lines, Himalayan salt lamps, Eulo honey, crafts and exceptional locally made Peru products, including lip balms and ointments, etc. And the busy Eulo bees product, the flavoursome honey from the local native brimble box tree blossoms, and the innovative locals do the rest. If you're in need of refreshments, you can grab a cold drink or a hot coffee from the Opal Centre, along with basic hot food. Locally made baked goods will also be available for those with a sweet tooth. The Eulo Queen is open from 8:30 to 3, 7 days a week. You've got to get there before 3. The Heritage Walking Trail. While in town, stroll along the Heritage Walking Trail, which takes in the cemetery, the old horse track, racetrack, old buildings, native trees, and the Chinaman's Gardens. A great photo opportunity is the megafauna statue of the DIPROTONDon, which is now part of the street landscape. A reminder of a giant wombat-like creature that once walked the earth. Nearby is the old jailhouse, moved from the police station to a new home near the Lizard Lounge, an old lizard track. Not far from Eulo, the Patabilla Boar is world renowned for birdwatching. Birdwatchers love the Eulo district, come looking for Burke's parrot in the rare Paul's Opal. The artesian mud springs at Eulo are a unique sight to behold. The mud springs 13 kilometres west of Eulo are a release valve for the pressure from the artesian basin, with the springs going through cycles of active and dormant periods. These cycles can last up to hundreds of years. Large mounts of mud, 40 millions of years old, build up during the active phases and then sink back down when dormant. Access to the springs is by foot. Display signs provide information on the springs as well as on the flora and fauna in the area. The distance we're travelling each day, like 60 k's here and
64 there, haven't been over
64
70
there,
k's a
and
day.
200 or 100 something one day, right down the other end of the street there. They're big days, nearly 200 kilometres.
Yeah, only coming from with a big gecko up the thing.
Yeah, big one.
Nice caravan park.
Hey? Yeah, there's the Opal Centre down here somewhere.
This is the other end.
Eulo Opal Centre there. So I park over this side of the road.
Park in front of the cop shop.
Yeah, that sounds good. Park in front of the cop. It's closed anyway. Cop shop is closed. Yeah. I know. Big one, no. Big trips, yeah.
Double-decker bus here.
Oh, I've got bloody great big double-decker bus parked here. Bloody hell.
Well, this is the main street of Eulo. Not much here, there's a double-decker bus there. Queen of the Opal Centre. Caravans. Everywhere. Park right in front of the cop shop and it's closed. Can't pull up the road. So we're going to have a look at this Opal Centre. Yeah, it's just to stop that. Stop the noise. Yeah, it's definitely nice stuff.
Yeah. They call ours boulder too, but because we work both, you can't call them both the same thing, so we try ours as matrix.
Okay.
Crawfish boulder.
No. Well, they'd have the same thing.
Doesn't matter where it comes from, it's all running out. Problems?
Yes, yeah.
Holland and a few places are all getting wiped out with floods. Now, your casual card.
What is it all?
22 to 23, 35 or 30 cash.
This is the Opal Centre. I don't know what's causing it, but it's got an awful humming noise and can't work out what that's something in this building that's doing that. Also, the flickering lights, that's to do with the LED lights, and they're the same flicker in the lights is what the shutter speed of the camera is. It causes all this flickering and stuff. It's a bit annoying, but not a lot that I can do about it. Unless somebody knows, they could tell me in the comments. But they got all this plastic, and you can pay a fee in there, and you come out here and you rattle through all this stuff and find some good stuff. You probably won't make a fortune, but there's some nice little rocks and stuff in here. It's a pretty good way. They got these benches set up. I've got a use for that at home. I could set up like this and pick up some good ideas running around the bush like this. And then it creates a lot of work for you when you get home.
There's a police sign place here with the big close on it. Little bird chasing his moth. Little birdie trying to catch his big moth nearly half as big as him.
I thought they were just honey eaters.
They moth eaters too, obviously.
Oh, they must be moth eaters.
What's going on here? Look at this kid sneaking up on a lousy jack.
Hey?
Kid sneaking up on a lousy jack.
Trying to catch a lousy jack.
Look at the guard dog here. There's the police car. Look out there, you trip over that. You're going to the pub even. Yeah, that's what I said, that's where I'm going. $1.92 there for petrol there, look. Here's the old Dodge truck they used to drive through the flooded river. And talk about lifting eye lift kits and poor old thing. I like the way they lifted it, look. I wonder if she's straight leg, engineered and all that stuff. The way they've done it, just the rough old welds and shit on. I don't know how fast you'd get her up. I said, I don't know how fast you'd get her. Look at the joint in the tail shaft.
Point says this pub was named after a colourful and famous historical figure, Isabel Robertson, or Isabel Robertson Gray, known as the Queen of Eulo. The pub was actually called the Gladstone Hotel, and the Queen of Eulo never actually owned this hotel. It was renamed in her honour, and which is still trading today as the Eulo Queen Hotel. The Queen of Eulo has a very interesting and colourful history or story, which is really well worth researching and learning more of. But it was thought she was born in England to a daughter to an army captain, and reportedly well educated in Switzerland before being sent to Australia in her late teens to work as a governess. She had outlived 3 husbands and built and lost more than one fortune before actually dying penniless as Isabel Gray in 1929 in Wombat, and is buried, and I believe still today, in an unmarked grave at the Toowoomba Cemetery. was also reported where I read that she wore a gold belt as thick as her arm, studded with opals the size of Victorian pennies, and she glittered as she walked. So yes, this is a very interesting story and well worth further research.
This is the air raid shelter. We're walking past it and I said, oh, it looks like a dog kennel, and apparently that's what it was built to look like, a dog kennel. So they did a good job on camouflaging it. Apparently, you want what they want the air raid shelter way out here for, and what they reckon it's on a, they even got a shotgun hole in the wall here, look.
Direct flight from Darwin to Melbourne.
See that?
Yeah.
Shotgun. Yeah, meat house. Probably shooting a snake. Probably what happened there. And, yeah, so this is an actual air raid shelter.
Couple of steps down there.
Yeah, what they reckon, 20 or something people get in there?
50.
50.
Stand.
You know, get our lecky in there. There's your steps. Yeah. I don't know whether how big a bomb she'd stand, but wouldn't handle a direct hit, but she'd handle shrapnel and shit, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, well, anyway, back apparently it's on a direct line between Darwin and Melbourne. And when the Japanese were bombing Darwin, this was a communication link or something.
The research suggests the poles used in this project are the variation of the Oppenheimer overland telegraph line poles. The poles were sourced from Cunnamulla-Charleville telegraph line, north of Wyandra. The line was constructed between 1875 and 1876. This particular overland telegraph line was decommissioned in the late 1960s to make way for newer and faster communication.
There you go.
This bronze statue is that of a DIPROTONDON, and it is one of Australia's extinct marsupial megafauna species, or megafauna species. And they actually call him Kenny. Don't ask me why. So Kenny's fossil bones were actually discovered back in 2011 at a site near Eulo. And it is one of Australia's most highly concentrated accumulations of megafauna fossils found. By using Kenny's actual fossil bones, they've managed to reconstruct this full-sized, fleshed-out statue of the DIPROTONDON. This statue stands also to recognise the significance of this discovery here at Eulo for contributing towards our understanding of how Australia's prehistoric animals actually lived and died.
Oh, shed on this side, model.
No, something over there.
Come across all these old outbuildings and cars and shearing sheds and that, and you often wonder what the story was. They spent a lot of money setting them up, and then they just abandoned them. So whether they're just gone out of sheep altogether, or into cattle, or what's happened, that you've got old cars and stuff flying around the roads everywhere. Every one of them's got a story, but I don't know what the story is.
Fenced all in very short. They'll be all fenced in very shortly. bird
There's
idea.
the bird thing there. Right, a bit of water there, not much. All good. No.
Real spectacular.
No.
Mud springs, artesian spring.
Supposed to be the original relief valves for the Great Artesian Basin. As the underground pressures grew, that it'd be forced up through the fissures in the ground. So that's what takes the answer to it.
So it's like a volcano-y thing then.
Must be.
Yeah.
I reckon on that side that they'll they do explode and with the loud what?
Loud report.
4 kilometres.
I don't think they'll have too much trouble with it building up too much pressure. Nowadays, with all the mining and sucking out and agriculture and stuff, they're dragging some water out of it. Hey, look out for that dog there. Old sign could do with a bit of an update. It's a pretty dry, barren looking old setup the way it is here now, but you can see where it would have had a fair bit of water, like a fair bit of area spread out. There's low areas where it has been grass and stuff, but that's been a while ago and had any water in there for a long time now. I think they might be waiting for a wet season to fill her up rather than a volcano, mud volcano, whatever it is. Which would be good when it's full. All old signs could do with a bit of an update. This here fill up full of water in the wet season. Wait there. Not a lot of mud in the springs that I can see. Little lamb around there. Must be more to this than this bit, surely. Yeah, I found a rock over there. Hard quartzy looking thing. I found a chip off that's been broken off, and then you got little pile of stones there, one there, and another one there, and that was all spring water out in there once upon a long time ago. Apparently that's to do with the artesian basin drying up. And I suspect if I looked around here long enough I'd find more evidence of old black fellas being around here. You look at them old trees, it's been around for a long, long time. Bit hard to say, but that could have been a bit chipped off of old gidgee trees, bit hard. But anyway, whatever, there's no water here anymore, not even any green grass to show where the water was. Eh?
What's that thing?
It's a grub nest.
Huh?
I'm not 100% sure.
Funny little thing.
But
Hey?
I don't know, there's somebody know. Yeah, I found a black fella stone. Here, look here. Don't lose it. There's more original evidence there, look. Back in the dream time. Cut post offs here. A bit flashy ones, eh? Old Groven days I would have cut them off, whatever they were. Yeah, well, that's a bit of a fizzer. Going again. This gate is a bit discriminatory. It's a bit, what do they call that now? Oh, fat shaming or something like that. Can't remember what they call it. But anyway, there's a skinny little gate. It's not for skinny little people. And you shut the gate. Keep the little lambs in there. Righto, where are we going next?
I don't know. That way?
We might just keep going into Thargomindah, right? See what's there.